everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I am super excited to be recording today's video, as I've actually meant to put this out for quite some time, but I was building it up to be this perfect video where I wanted to create a life-changing moments for you guys. And honestly, I am living it every day and just need to get it out there to you. Now, in this video, I am really talking about how I changed from just doing a typical diet like I've done in the past to really making a lifestyle change. Now, it doesn't need to be linked to food. It can be with other things that you want to change in your life as well, other habits, and how you can change those and stick with them. I have been doing keto and intermittent fasting for nearly 6 months. Yes, throughout the holidays, I did fall off for a bit, but I am back at it stronger than ever, and I want to make sure that I share that with you guys. Now, let's first talk about the basics of this. So a diet is when you restrict or you change your diet for a specific time frame, either for weight loss purposes or for medical reasons. Where a lifestyle is really what habits you do and your way of life. Some of your lifestyle things that you may do is getting up and having a cup of coffee every morning, brushing your teeth, your specific makeup routine. You have ways that you do things all the time, these little habits that are part of your way of life that define who you are. It is not just something that you're doing temporary. Yes, it may shift and adapt and change over time, but it is your lifestyle and the way you choose to live your life every day. Now, I can't even begin to describe how many diets I have done in the past, whether it was just trying to restrict myself, Weight Watchers, HCG, where I did the needles in my stomach, raw vegan. I even made up something called the fortune cookie diet, where I was just gonna live off of fortune cookies. So I have been there, done that, but I can tell you every single one of those never worked. And honestly, friends, the first time I did keto, they also did not work for me. Temporarily, they were a fix, but I did not intend to live that way for the rest of my life. And so I fell off the wagon at some point and had to pick myself up 5 steps behind where I had first started. So yes, I know my fair share of diets and don't plan to go back to that. But what made this a lifestyle change for me? What was different about it this time? Honestly, when I look back at my accountability video, I see somebody who is super unhappy with where she is at.
Hi, I am making this video today because I'm going to be starting keto tomorrow.
I still remember the shift in me because I had wanted to start this new journey, and as we all do, you know, we want to start the first of the month, we want to start on the next Monday, any excuse, but why not start now? Well, it shifted for me the day that we went to Cedar Point, and there was a ride I could not get on with my son because I could not buckle my seatbelt. I was devastated and heartbroken because of what he had to see me go through, and him having to question, "Mom, why can't you go?" And I had to say, I am too fat for this ride, and I couldn't go with him. I was so heartbroken and disappointed for needing to share that with him and him seeing my emotions, that I decided at that point I never wanted to feel that way again and have him feel like I am limited by what I look like. And really, at this point, I had just said enough is enough. It was just a mental clarity that somehow came over me. I cannot explain it, and if it's not there for you yet, I'm sorry, I can't make it happen. You have to believe that you are ready for this and you are done fighting. Enough is enough. Why do we quit just to start over again? It doesn't make sense because we start over way past where we were. Think of if you had started when you wanted to, where you would be now. If my first few diets that I had done earlier in life, if I had stuck to them and made them lifestyles, I would never be where I am now. But I am still grateful for the journey that I've been on because it has made me strong enough to be able to sit here, do this video for you guys now, and know where my future lies. Now, it has taken a lot of work, and honestly, I know I said I'm doing good and better than ever right now, which I am in some sense. However, my scale wouldn't agree with me right now. I am honestly in a space of wanting to beat myself up and going, is this still my journey to be on? But I know it is, because I feel better than I have before. I am doing what is right for my body and my health, and I am in a space of being happy and content. and I am still on my journey. I'm not even at my goal yet. Know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, but I am so happy to be able to sit here and say that I am enjoying this process and I just need to trust. So what I want to share right now is 5 tips to keep you going when you are in doubt and wanting to give up, because honestly, right after you want to give up is when you are going to succeed. So number 1 is remembering your why. Why did you start this process in the first place? What brought you to a point where there needed to be a shift and you needed to put yourself first? For me, my why is my kids. I want them to learn to love themselves, and the best way and only way to teach them that is by me loving myself. Also, I wanted to do it for myself. I'm turning 30 this year. I am tired of feeling like a victim in my own body when I am the one who is doing these things to myself, and I needed to stand up for myself. I also wanted to look good for my husband. I want to feel like I am worthy, because for so long I haven't. And so remembering my why, honestly, in these moments of doubt, keeps me going. So find a way to write them down somewhere, keep them in a spot, whether it's in your wallet, your nightstand, somewhere where your why is accessible when you have moments of doubt. And it's not just enough to think about them, have them written down somewhere, because there are ones you are going to forget or want to mentally not remember in order to give up. But you don't want to give up, because then you're just gonna start over again later, and what is the point? Number 2, be kind to yourself. This is super important. So as I mentioned, throughout the holidays, yes, I have messed up here and there, and that is okay. Now, in the past, I would go, oh, I ate half of a chocolate bar, or I ate an Oreo. Let me have the whole pack. Who does that? Well, if you're anything like me, you do it. I've done it more times than I can count. And enough is enough. It's okay to mess up. Now, when you mess up and you have that Oreo, just accept it for what it is. Go, you know what? Yes, I had a moment of weakness, but I am gonna love and indulge in this Oreo, really feel the feelings of it, and know that that is all I need. I don't need to have a whole pack and go, well, I blew the diet. Let's just end it here and eat whatever I want, because that's ultimately not going to get you what you want. You are feeding into those emotions and old habits you've had for your whole life that you are trying to break. It is okay to make mistakes, that you will learn from them. And honestly, some of the mistakes I've made in the last 6 months have made me so grateful, because I know what I don't want to go back to, or I know what happens when I make mistakes. Number 3, be accountable. Have a way of holding yourself accountable. Whether it is taking pictures on the weekly, weighing in daily, measuring your body, there are so many different things you can do to be accountable, but it is really important, because it is gonna hold you to a higher standard for yourself and ensure that you don't give up. There are times where I don't feel like doing my daily weigh-in, and I'm like, oh, what if I just skip a day of weighing in and then I eat a little bit more, then I'll do good tomorrow, and then the next day I won't know the difference. Well, what's the point? Then I am not holding myself accountable, and I'm telling myself that it's okay to cheat. Treat yourself with more respect and hold yourself accountable. You are the most important person in your life, and you should hold yourself accountable, because you are worth it. Number 4, be vulnerable. Find somebody in your life that helps you be vulnerable. Whether it's a spouse, a friend, family member, whatever it may be, find somebody who you can be vulnerable with your challenges. For me, when I share my weight loss issues, not even issues, struggles. Let me put it that way, because it's not an issue. But when I'm struggling because I feel like I am doing the best that I can and I am not losing weight, my husband is the person I go to. And he is there to listen to me and say, I'm sorry, honey, and really allow myself to get it out. And me getting that out either changes my mentality, lets me know whether I'm doing something right or wrong, but he is just there to be my voice of reason, because sometimes when I verbally say it, then I know what the right course of action may be afterwards. But having that person that can just listen to you and not try to fix things is so important. Number 5, keep learning and trust the process. Yes, friends, there is a lot of research that goes in to keep learning the lifestyle you desire and want. But if you have the drive to keep learning and growing, it is only going to help you out in the long run. I have read lots of keto books. I watch a lot of YouTubers, whether it's their morning routines they do or what I eat in a day. These are things where I feel empowered to know that I can do these things as well, or I may get inspired. So put yourself in an area of where you are continually learning of how to make the lifestyle that you want, and know that it is an ongoing process that you want to keep making better, and then trust the process. As I said, right now, my scale's not moving and I am doing such a good job. I'm even tracking macros, friends. I'm tracking them. I normally do lazy, but I just cannot get the number on the scale to move. But am I feeling good? Yes. Am I eating right? Yes. Am I being active? Yes. So what does that number matter? Does that mean I have to give up? No, keep going, because at some point that will shift, and I just need to know that I am happy where I am at. So trust the process, even if it's not doing what you want it to do. I hope you enjoyed this video with me today. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, I would love to have you join my journey where I post a new video every Friday, whether it is about mental health, bullet journaling, anything that mentally and physically inspires me. So make sure you check those out every Friday, and I will see you guys next week.